today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, guys, today it is happening. Something I've been waiting for, I don't know, for like 2 months or so. And actually, strictly speaking, for more than a year. I want to tell you why this move today will be detrimental when it comes to the immediate short term and the midterm for Bitcoin. In fact, right now, in this exact moment, Bitcoin is breaking the handle from the biggest cup and handle pattern we have seen in the history of Bitcoin. This is happening right now, in that moment, as we speak. Dear ladies and gentlemen, if this making you just like 5% of excited as it makes me, please go down, press like, press subscribe, share this video if you feel comfortable with sharing it, WhatsApp, Twitter, anything. We need to get this content out into the world. And if it's just one thing you could do, is at least go down below, spend half of a second, press this like button, because I really need this video to be carried out into the world. And very, very often, because of your support, we actually made it that our video is most of the times the most watched Bitcoin video on the internet. And now, of course, the question is, what is the price target for Bitcoin? Well, I was talking about it and I had to redraw it in a different chart. The other chart lost the API connection or whatever. So I'm using now here this like random chart with some history. And what I was pointing out before in the last video, in the video before, and like basically all the videos in the last few weeks, was we have in the last 1.5 years even, we had this very strong support throughout the last bull market, right? We all know this and we all know the rule. Strong support becomes new strong resistance. This is why after we broke out here towards the bottom and then broke higher, when we broke 25, I said, guys, we will retest the $30,000 US dollar area, and I do not expect this to be broken anytime soon. And yes, we were flagging down. And then what, throughout the last few days and weeks, I was actually mentioning, and I was the first one on YouTube, prove me wrong, type it down below in the comments. I was the first one on YouTube. Now some people are talking about it, to talk about this biggest cup and handle pattern in the history of Bitcoin. And we were forming the handle here. Now, of course, the question is, are we breaking it? And does this mean immediately that the price target, which I want to mention towards the end of the video, and I can already tell you it is all the way up there, is going to happen? Well, let's talk about that. And before I go into it and tell you exactly what has to happen for us to look at these price targets as the next price target for Bitcoin, I wanted to show you, of course, my trades, because people ask me, Chris, are you still in your trade? The answer is yes. My Bitcoin trade is right now racking in $912,000 US dollars in a profit. I opened it with you together here over on YouTube and on Twitter. My Ethereum trade, $70,000 US dollars in a profit. All in all together, once again, finally, back in the $1 million US dollar area as a price target. But now, on these trades, you just see my entry point. You just see where I was scaling up and loading up. You see my average price target. But what you don't see is my average price, buy-in price. What you don't see is the price target. And this price target is determined very, very easily, actually. If you go from the bottom of the cup all the way to the resistance zone, you could take everything. Let's keep it for today as like, really seriously, this is the most conservative you can go on the price target. And before I show the price target, where I will take my first profits on this multi-million US dollar trade, I want to go over here into the weekly, and I want to tell you why exactly this flip, this pump towards the upside, if Bitcoin can sustain it within that week, if we close this weekly candle here at this level, higher or even slightly lower, above 27.5, then the next weekly candle will, and now, dear ladies and gentlemen, sit down and get ready for me breaking the craziest news we could have been breaking throughout the last 3 years, basically, since the bull market stopped. The next week, if we close to this week here, above 27,500, is going to be the first final flip of the EMA ribbon on the weekly. And if you were subscribed to the Mmcrypto channel, and not living under a rock and looking at the chart at least one time throughout the last few years, then you know this happens once in a cycle. Once in a cycle, we see this flip happening. And the last time we were seeing it was, guess what? I can already tell you it was also in June, and it was exactly 4 years ago, right here. And the next time, exactly 4 years ago, this one is about to flip. If we are closing this week finally above this price level, if this is flipping, we are breaking, and we are going to break on Sunday when this weekly candle closes, this handle to the downside, then, dear ladies and gentlemen, and if you are still here watching, you are truly one of the big Crypto members. I made this video a little bit longer because I wanted to explain you step by step how I found the pattern, what I think about it, what are the confirmation signs for us to determine that we are breaking it towards the upside and reaching the price level, which I want to mention here in the next 30 to 60 seconds. By the way, if you appreciate this type of content, if you want more of the content again coming now in the future, and I can tell you the times are getting more exciting from now. I know many people were laughing about our bullishness from 17,000. They are not laughing anymore. And now, of course, if you want more of these videos, please like it. I want to see the likes popping in. And the more are coming, the more videos I am going to make for you in the future, as this is a feedback function for me. So if we see this flip, if we see the break of this flagpole, basically, or you can call it the handle from the cup and handle, most certainly a retest of the 30,000 US dollar to 32,000 US dollar area is going to happen in the next few days, maybe next week, somehow in the immediate future, I think, in accordance to my ATA. The moment only we break this should be then the moment we are popping the champagne bottles. But what I want to tell you is this flip and this break is a pretty accurate harbinger of what is going to come afterwards. And this is what I think is at least a good amount of likelihood here for us breaking this horizontal resistance, the strongest previous support turning into the strongest current resistance. The moment we are breaking 32,000, dear ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we can pop the champagne bottles, because with a high degree of certainty, the moment we are breaking this, we are looking upwards north. We are looking at 44,000 US dollars as the most conservative price target, all the way going up to 46, 47, depending on what risk we want to take. I will certainly take my profits before breaking 45,000 US dollars. And if you looked at this trade before, you know it's going to be very significant. And yes, every of these trades, I uploaded them, I pushed it immediately on Twitter, and I announced it in my next YouTube video. You were here from the very beginning, and if you were not, this is a sign for you to press this bell icon, subscribe, press the bell and press on all, because only like that you can make sure that you are not a slave to the YouTube algorithm, that you are deciding what videos are going to be recommended towards you. That's why subscribe, press the bell and press on all. And yes, guys, if you want to be trading on Bybit as well, you should make sure that you are number one, of course. You should, more importantly, make sure that you are going down below, and in the pinned comment, you will find this specific link. If you click it, step number one, and I think the deposit requirements are like $100. Step number two, you are going to get airdropped a 1,000 US dollar free position. Like, you don't even have to open it. You don't even have to do anything. You are getting this airdrop. Of course, even though it's free money, even though it's a free position, it's only for experienced trader. But if you are, make sure you go down below and, of course, use this link as an experienced trader. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We are going to see each other very soon at the next one of Crypto. And as always, guys, bye.